Hey everyone, Tim Boris from Fresh Wellness Group. We're back again with Malcolm from the Light Cellar in Bowness and talking about fermentation still. This time we're covering the last, well, one, maybe two of the F's. We said the 4 F's, but there's a 5th bonus F. This time we're talking about that fermentation is fun, but it's also free.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I love to do is to be in the kitchen. And I get it, not everyone loves that. There's someone I know who's a bachelor, he went through a number of periods of years in his life, and it makes sense, right? He would look at, well, I can go shopping, I can try and figure out what to make, then I can go buy all the ingredients, then I can come home and I can take the time to repair it, and then I can prepare it, and I got all this cleanup. He's like, that's going to cost me more, and it takes way more time and effort than just going down to my local pub, buying a burger, and done. So I get that, and but what we also get is that there's benefits to preparing our own food. We've seen the results of kind of wholesale outsourcing every single meal in our life, so we got to find that balance, right? This is not about you making everything yourself from scratch. It's finding that balance of convenience, health, inspiration. Getting into the kitchen is really fun and inspiring. I've seen a number of my friends and clients go from, nope, that's not me, it's whatever, to just finding that one little niche, right? Whether it's making your own cheese or making your own wine, right? To be a part of the process in some way. And with fermented foods, there's so much options out there, right? Like you can make sauerkraut, you can make kombucha, you can make mead, you can make tempeh, it goes on and on and on and on. So it's a fun exploration, whether you dive in and just begin to explore it all, or you just pick that one thing. There's something really valuable to, engaging with your food. And again, this is not to do all your food, making it from scratch, but if you have one thing that you can do.
Well, in general, we talk to clients on the nutrition side about the mindset around food, and a lot of people, as you said, just want to outsource everything. And it's really important to understand where your food comes from, how it's prepared.
Yeah.
You might not choose to prepare all of it yourself, but when you start taking control over the foods that you're consuming, it makes a massive difference. And as Malcolm's saying, some of the small fermentation things that you can add in, if they're going to even boost your health even more than normal, great.
Yeah, for sure. So this is about getting into the art and the craft, either on a small level or a big level. Consider it, a fun, inspirational hobby that you can engage in. Fermenting is a great way to do that.
And so does it take all kinds of expensive things to do?
No, absolutely. So, in the last video we were talking about grains, right? These are the things, that you're going to be doing already, right? So just taking that extra step before you cook your rice, you put it in some water, a little starter culture, you let it ferment ahead of time. It can be as simple as that, or as deep and as elaborate as getting some equipment and this and that. But what we need to keep in mind is that people have been doing this around the world for generations, on dirt floors throughout time. Right. Yeah. So for us, we have all the modern conveniences, we have higher levels of sanitation. This is something we can absolutely easily engage in, and it's free to do, right? You can take your existing food that you've already bought, you're going to consume anyways, and you can just set it up for the right conditions for what I call a safe and friendly ferment. So I hope you've enjoyed this little series of exploring the benefits, the why of fermentation. We'd love to invite you to explore the how.
Yeah. Let's do a quick little review of the 4 or 5 F's.
Yeah.
So quick overview.
All
Run
right.
through them again.
Exactly. So fermented foods are foundational to your health. These are the probiotics. These are the little good bacteria that are in your gut, that are on your skin, inside, outside, all through and around. We also talked about the flavor of fermentation, how it brings that sour or that umami, the deep savory, incredible flavors that come as a result of fermentation for you to take advantage of and enjoy. We also talked about the functional benefits, right? What they add to the meal for digestion, for preservation, as well as pre-digesting your foods as well. And then of course, there's a lot of fun you can have with fermented foods, and it's free to do.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Malcolm, for going through this, and I hope the viewers learned a lot. Email, post questions. We'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts. If there's any more information about fermentation or about some of the other things that Malcolm does at the Light Cellar, by all means, message us. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.